Okay, before we start, I'm just gonna ask you to close your eyes and cast your mind back to August when this video was supposed to come out. I've got a few August episodes that I need to catch up on in my regular series, so I'm very sorry. But let's not put it off for any longer and just get on with it. Hello, I'm Florentina Faconti and welcome to another episode of Horror Movie Reviews. Today, the three horrors that I'm going to be talking about that I've just watched for the first time are The Omen, The Escape Room and The Boy. And as usual, starting with the classic one, The Omen. Omen. Any way I pronounce it, it just sounds like a budget X-Men. I have mixed feelings about this one. There were so many moments where I was getting so into it and really excited, and then there were other moments that I found quite boring and I just zoned out. I bloody loved all the suspense and the foreshadowing of the deaths, and the actual deaths were really good. I mean, they were a bit comical at times because of how old the film was and the practical effects behind it, but they were really exciting. One in particular was really shocking. I'm not going to spoil it. Go and watch the film for yourself. But I had to rewind it and watch it again because I just wasn't expecting it. I love Gregory Peck as well. He was fantastic in To Kill a Mockingbird. So when I found out that he was in this, it made me more excited to watch it. And he was really good in this. I absolutely loved his performance. Overall, this one was a lot better than I anticipated, and I really enjoyed it. As you can tell, I found it quite exciting, but purely because there are some moments where I just couldn't focus on it and it just made me switch off. I'm going to give it a 7. I think that's a fair score. Especially for an older film, because that's very rare for me that I will connect that much with an older film. So a 7 out of 10 is pretty decent. Next up is The Escape Room. This one was also a surprise at how much I enjoyed it, but purely because I just thought I'd find it so stressful. I hate the idea of escape rooms. I would never do one myself, but apparently watching other people do it, it's absolutely fine. Don't care. I've never had the desire to do one, and I never will now, thanks to this film. So if any of my friends are watching this thinking that'll be a good idea for me, sorry, no thank you, I don't want to die. I personally didn't connect with any of the characters, so I didn't really care when any of them were in danger or anything bad happened to them. But despite that, I was really interested in the story and trying to work out how everything was connected. I found that really clever. The only thing is that I saw the trailer for the second one before I watched this one, so it kind of ruined the jeopardy and kind of let me know that some of the characters survive. I liked this one because it wasn't too scary or gory. It was tense and there was a lot of suspense and I suppose if you're claustrophobic you probably wouldn't enjoy it. But overall it was quite a tame film that will be an easy rewatch for me. I'm definitely going to watch it again. I think because of how tame it was and I didn't really care about the characters, I'm probably going to give it a 6 out of 10. It probably would have bumped up a little bit if I actually cared about the people in it. And finally, The Boy. I really didn't like this one. The doll was quite creepy, I'll give it that, but that's it. I got so bored watching this film that I had to turn it off halfway through and watch the second half at another time because I just couldn't focus on it. I found the acting really dull, and I don't know whether that was bad actors or a bad script, or maybe a combination of both. I couldn't connect with anyone because they weren't connecting with each other. It genuinely felt like they were all just saying their lines and talking to themselves. I just couldn't focus because they just weren't in it enough for me to actually believe the story or be interested in it at all. It could just be my acting training, nitpicking and making something a lot worse than it actually is. But even without that, these performances aren't good. I'm not going to give away the ending, but I feel like they're trying to shock you with it. And I just found it a bit underwhelming, to be honest. It may be just because I'd checked out of the film at that point and I really didn't care what happened, so it didn't have as much of an impact on me. Maybe if I was more interested throughout, I would have been whoa, what's going on? But even then, I'm just a bit meh about it. I can't even pretend to care. I know there's a second one and I've heard that it's not good, and after watching this one I have no desire to watch the second one. I might do it at some point for the purposes of this series, but I'm not in a rush, you know. But yeah, for all those reasons, I think I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10, which is generous, to be honest. So yeah, that was episode 10 of Horror Movie Reviews. Join me next time in episode 11, where I will be talking about The Evil Dead, Doctor Sleep, and Final Destination. Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want more of this. But as always, stay safe and look after yourselves. Bye.